Park, where today the FA Cup provides the big match. It's Portsmouth against Bradford City at stake, a place in the last 8. And what a relief it'll be for the footballers to take centre stage. The lawyers have been playing for Portsmouth this week. A shadow still hangs over the future of this famous old club. A winding-up petition in the High Court has been adjourned for 2 weeks. The club owes more than £500,000 in tax. And the Pompey chimes have changed from play up to pay up Pompey. Chairman John Deacon is the man who must sort it out. In the meantime, he's been paying the players' wages himself as the club's bank account has been frozen. But the team must put all that to the back of their mind today. Andy Stegel has been finding out what the mood's like in the dressing room.
Well, who better to judge the atmosphere at the moment than Alan Ball, the Portsmouth manager? Just what is it like in the dressing room?
Well, the lads are in good heart. They can't wait to get out. You know, they've been working, for a fortnight for this now, and they're looking forward to it very much. They know there's going to be a great atmosphere and they're hoping to do well. Disappointments
in the league, problems off the field. Just how important is the FA Cup now?
Well, we're close to Wembley, and I've maintained that we can win it. Not that we will, but we can. And the lads are going to give it a good shot today.
Alan Ball, thank you very much indeed.
Also in the programme, we've got highlights from 3 of the day's other big games. The matches at Arsenal, Port Vale and Newcastle. Plenty to get through then. But first, it's Portsmouth against Bradford, and it's been a long time since either club reached the heady heights of the FA Cup quarter-finals. But both do have a winning history. Cliff Parker is still remembered as a hero at Fratton Park. His 2 goals helped the 1939 Pompey team to a 4-1 victory over Wolves at Wembley.
The second half opens with sensation. Anderson kicks off, and within 30 seconds, Barlow drives for the Wolves' goal. Scott saves, but Parker rushes in to make it 3 for Pompey. Scott can't hold off the mass attack forever, and Pompey get yet another. So the end comes with Portsmouth the cup winners by 4 goals to 1. We all know that the Navy is Britain's sure shield, but the sailors won't be on the water tonight.
And Bradford City won as far back as 1911 when they took on Newcastle in a replay at Old Trafford. There was only 1 goal in it, suitably recorded for posterity. And Bradford savoured the moment. They were the first winners of the present trophy, which had been made suitably enough in Bradford. Well, can the present-day Bradford team from the top part of Division 2 do it again? Well, as they prepare to take on First Division Portsmouth, let's join our match commentator, John Hell.
It's a nostalgic return to Fratton Park for Mick Kennedy just 6 weeks after his £250,000 move to the north. Always a favourite here with his own fan club in the North Stand. Kennedy is fiercely determined to help Bradford into the last 8 of the Cup for only the 2nd time in 68 years. There's just one change in Terry Dolan's side from the team which put 5 goals past Oldham last Saturday. Lee Sinnott, who played at Wembley for Watford in the 1984 Cup final, is fit again after missing 3 matches. Winger Mark Ellis is excluded. Portsmouth have waited a long time too for a taste of Cup glory. They're bidding to reach the quarter-finals for the first time in 36 years. And this is the side named by Alan Ball. He makes 2 changes from the team which won a point at West Ham last week. Mike Filler is recovered from chickenpox and takes over the left-sided midfield role, while in attack, Mick Quinn resumes after an ankle injury and will be keen to reveal the sharpness which has produced 4 goals in his last 5 games. Referee today, Londoner Tony Ward, who was telling me he wouldn't mind a replay because he's never been to Bradford in his life. Alan Ball as tense as ever, and he knows what a big day this is for the club. It's nice to get on with the football again after all the politics during the week. A rich prize awaits the winner. Good solid header from Blake to start with. Mitchell will give Tomlinson the early touch of the ball that all goalkeepers need. There really is a terrific atmosphere. There's talk of the crowd being around the 23,000 mark. So those famous old Pompey chimes ringing out as Evans concedes the first free kick of the game. This is Clive Whitehead, formerly with West Bromwich Albion. Takes an accurate ball from Dillon, but a testing one. Hilaire back inside for Whitehead, who trips there at a crucial moment, but Hilaire's there to help him out again. Whitehead's cross, a tricky one, and put away by Mitchell. And the first roar of support from the Pompey fans. Terry Connor sporting a brand new haircut there in the goal mouth. The short corner didn't quite come off first time. Now Hilaire will try and dance his way past Kennedy, who knows all about him. Hilaire drills in the low shot. And Tomlinson will be happy if they come like that all day at him. And the Yorkshire club has a support of around 2,000 down here. A lot of them made the journey this morning. Down the M25, the M3. The two benches offering strong vocal support at the moment. Our microphone's picking them up as Kennedy aims that long throw inside the area again, and once more Ormond Royd got the head there. And he's causing Blake some problems already in the air, as you would expect for such a tall man. The Bradford management team stayed in Southsea last night. They reckon that's a lucky omen, probably. They usually win here at Fratton Park when they stay in Southsea, they say. Sanford couldn't control it, so Ormond Royd has a chance here for some progress for Bradford. A good footwork carries him past two players. Opens the opportunity for Hendry, maybe. There's the low cross, and it's put behind for the corner. But good skill from Ormond Royd, number 9 in your picture there. And Hendry got a hat-trick last weekend against Oldham, so he's very much in form with the old shooting boots. Now Kennedy, and the looping crosses towards Hendry. Once again the whistle's gone though. Must have been for offside. Well, the impression is that if anything Bradford have had more of the game, but here's Hilaire, and he is dangerous just outside that Bradford area. Sinnott runs him wide. Delivers the pass though back for Whitehead. Intelligent run here from Quinn inside the Bradford penalty area. Whitehead's cross, and Portsmouth will have a corner. So Clive Whitehead much in evidence on attack. And, this is Fillory's a big crowd hoping here for a Portsmouth win. They might be struggling in the first division, but of course a Wembley appearance would make them forget all about that. And Connor, and Evans shadowing him. There's the cross in the end, and Portsmouth have taken the lead, and it's the big man Blake. He stole up behind the Bradford defence, and nobody could have kept that header out. Delight for the Portsmouth fans. With 14 minutes gone, Noel Blake has given Portsmouth and their manager Alan Ball just the start that they wanted. Well, they've been teasing Bradford down that touchline, and when the cross came in, just see how Blake stole in there, and that's a fierce header. 1-0 Portsmouth. So let's look at Hendry now, and Ormond Royd is in there, and Whitehead is now clearing off his own line, or just in front of it anyway. So, Bradford determined to get back into this game quickly. And Knight must make a solid catch here, as he does. Well, he's got plenty to say for himself. And he will be hoarse at the end of the day if Portsmouth is still singing. Fillory has only got Connor inside the penalty area to aim for at the moment. His control was good. Now Connor. Quinn spreads it to Whitehead. Intelligent play once more by McQuinn. And the ball inside the area is for Connor, who'll try and turn his defender. And Connor does so well. And Quinn almost got a vital touch. Lovely turn by Terry Connor. And we can just have a look at this now, see the way that Connor turns his man Oliver here, gets out on the outside of him, and that's a very dangerous low cross. Connor. And the flying header! So unlucky, Mick Quinn. Lovely effort. He's in good goal-scoring form. He got a couple of goals the last time Bradford played here. And he scored in the last 2 rounds as well. And this is what happened. And it's a really brave diving header from Quinn. And as close as that. Well, there haven't been a lot of chances in the game, but there's been some entertaining work from both sides. And Hendry here for Bradford rolls the ball invitingly now for Abbott. Has to slow things down. Hendry kidded his man there. And the cross is for Ormonroyd. Oh, Whitehead headed it against his own crossbar. Well, that was extraordinary. And Knight must be saying a prayer as he's down on his knees. And Whitehead there must thank his lucky stars. Convinced it came off his head, although the ball was aimed for Ormonroyd. Hendry's teasing cross goes beyond Knight. Up goes Whitehead, yes, carried by Ormonroyd, and so lucky. And all's well that ends well. And there, in fact, goes the whistle for half-time. A captivating half. And the sides are separated by the 1 goal scored by Noel Blake, his first for 11 months. And so Portsmouth go back to their dressing room, leading this FA Cup 5th round tie against Bradford City by 1-0. So it's Bradford who have it all to do in the second half. And they have a good following here, so they're not without support. Oliver's ball found Hendry. Now Mitchell. We'll have to find support inside. That comes from Kennedy. Kennedy working as hard as he always does. Drills that cross towards Ormonroyd. Oh, and it went behind again from one of Portsmouth's own players. Bradford caused their biggest problems when the ball comes over, and here it was Whitehead again who nearly put through his own goal. Quite extraordinary. So Goddard. This is a longer corner. Knight gets a fist to it, and it's Terry Connor of all people who clears. Now Hilaire. A chance to set up Fillery. Well, a huge kick from Tomlinson, obviously aimed at Ormonroyd. And Connor pulled Evans away out of defence and managed to avoid being tripped, and Quinn has carried it on here, edge of the area. McQuinn, the little low shot's gone in. It's sneaked in the corner of Tomlinson's goal. Quinn runs away, elated. Alan Ball's on his feet as well, and there he is to greet him. Manager and goal scorer in harmony. The goalkeeper will be dejected. Paul Tomlinson allowing that shot to sneak inside his near upright, and he'll feel, I'm sure, it's one he should have stopped. This is how Terry Connor laid it on. Mick Quinn here takes it up. He's going to maintain his record here of scoring in every round of the Cup this season, but Paul Tomlinson will be disappointed with that. 2-0, Mick Quinn's 9th of the season. Well, no doubt the Pompey supporters expecting their side now to reach the last 8 for the first time in 36 years. But the Bradford fans are stunned. And Dillon's cross, finding Quinn. Fillery. He's not scored a goal yet for Portsmouth. He might try one now. Good shots. This time Tomlinson has his body right behind it. Well, Mike Fillery, as I say, he's not yet scored a goal since joining the club from Queen's Park Rangers. I think he had his mind on one here, and only stopped by Tomlinson. And in fact, the number 3 does signify that Carl Goddard will be the player replaced here by Mark Ellis. And if Mark Ellis can turn the course of the game, he'll become a hero in Bradford. And Ellis here will get his first touch of the ball. And it'll be to take a corner kick for Bradford. So some encouragement at last with the Bradford contingent behind that goal. As Mark Ellis swings it over. Knight stays on his line. Blake knocks it away, appears for handball. Rather optimistic. And Hilaire surely jostled by Ellis there. And there's a whole tangle of legs and arms, but all in the cause of friendship. And Bradford are bringing Mark Leonard on. He'll replace Greg Abbott. And the striker, who started his career on Merseyside with Everton, has 20 minutes left. Evans. And Ormeroyd's up there. Oh, there was the missed kick by Sinnott. The shot still coming in from Oliver off the mark. And you get the feeling that things just aren't bouncing right for Bradford anyway inside that penalty area. Horn's had a very good game in midfield, and so has Fillery. The two have worked well in harness. And Portsmouth today have shown the qualities that took them to the top of the second division last season, and Fillery has added to those qualities. So has this man, Horn. Lovely ball. Connor, real chance here for Terry Connor to get his name on the score sheet. Connor, would you believe it? Well, he must be asking himself how on earth he could miss from there. He did all the hard work. He'd have thought he'd have put it on the plate for himself. First of all, a lovely ball from Horn there. It tore Bradford apart, and Terry Connor, there he does the hard bit, and then when it gets simple, he muffs it. He knew it all right. He can hardly wait to get back to Wembley. I wonder if this is going to be his year. Yes, I think we got the sentiments. Bradford certainly haven't given up the fight, but Quinn here might get away from Oliver. A despairing challenge from the centre-half, and Quinn just keeps it in play. Asks Fillery to do a bit of work now. Fillery's cross is a good one, and Connor! It's a beauty! The glorious goal from Terry Connor has surely taken Portsmouth into the last stage of the FA Cup. Alan Ball has taken off his cap. Terry Connor wears the huge smile of a delighted man, and it was the perfect end to the move. He's happy now, and it was clever play first of all from Quinn, but look at the quality of the cross here from Fillery, and it was absolute perfection for Terry Connor, who buries the header. 3-0. Portsmouth still felt they should have had the free kick there. Well, it must be a nice feeling for the Portsmouth team, their management, their supporters, at the end of a week when they were supposed to be going bankrupt, that they can now sense some glory in the FA Cup. Hilaire leads them on another charge out. Horn, too long this time. The Pompey fans are chanting the name of Alan Ball now. They are sensing some glory maybe. And that's a lovely ball for Leonard. Chance for Bradford here at the very end, and Knight's out of goal, and Leonard, would you believe that? With Knight out of his goal, he got the entire net to shoot at, and he put it high into the sky, and that really sums up Bradford City's day, I think. It's a good long ball from David Evans. Alan Knight charges out of his goal. The ball has bounced peculiarly all day, and here Leonard Well, he gets right underneath it. And Ellis, as the referee puts the whistle to his lips and blows, a joyous day for Alan Ball and for the South Coast. He shakes hands with Bradford's Terry Dolan and Stan Turnant. But all the delight down here at Bratton Park is for Alan Ball and his Pompey team. They've come through an awkward week, but they've won today in style. The early goal came from Noel Blake, and then in the second half, again, Bradford ripped apart, with Mike Quinn scoring the second, and a superb header from Terry Connor there as he leaves the pitch. Really rounded off a splendid day for Portsmouth. Bradford fought valiantly, but not well enough. Mick Kennedy gets a pat on the back from Alan Ball. He's disappointed. Ball punches the air in elation. He may just be thinking he's on his way to Wembley again with that final score of Portsmouth 3, Bradford City 0.
So Portsmouth fans have something to cheer after a traumatic week in which their club could have been wound up. Hard luck, Bradford.